Sorry about that. But I can't stop jamming out to this fucking soundtrack. Welcome, everybody, to the review of Street Fighter 2, the series of Street Fighter 2. Yes, there's more than one Street Fighter 2. Actually, I don't know how many Street Fighter 2s there are out there, but I played the Anniversary Edition. I played Street Fighter 2 normal, Street Fighter 2, the first Street Fighter 2, then Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2. I didn't beat Street Fighter 2 Turbo, alright? It was hard. I'm not going to even defend myself. Look, I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just move on to the review. Now, as you know, Street Fighter is a 6-button fighting game. A 6-button fighting thing where you put in different inputs, and of course, the same thing as Mortal Kombat, you get special moves. But the difference between Mortal Kombat and this game is this was the evolution of fighting games. This was the very good, one of the very starts of fighting game history. Street Fighter revolutionized fighting. It had command grabs. It had air throws. Nobody was doing that yet. Nobody had ever done that before Street Fighter 2 showed up. Nobody was jumping in the air, grabbing people, and doing backbreakers. That was Guile. Guile was the first. One of the firsts. Because someone in the comments is going to be an asshole and say, "You're a piece of shit, Tony." So what? Fuck you. There was also Ken Masters. Ken and Ryu are both the same character pretty much, but Ken's a lot cooler than Ryu because Ken has long flowing blonde hair and a witty personality and a wife. Ryu's a bum. He walks the streets fighting people. That doesn't seem like a healthy person to me. But back to the review. Street Fighter 1 is Street Fighter 2. Why did I say Street Fighter 1? Street Fighter 2 has some of the good capabilities. Everything in this game is fun. You got your Tatsu, your Hadouken, your Shoryuken, where you do the uppercut. Shoryuken! You got Blanca's Electrocute, E Honda. Don't act like I'm cringe. You all did that shit. You did everything in that game. Everything in the first one was fun. That's the first game that I beat as a kid. Yes, the first fighting game as a child. But you're going to be like, "Tony, but you said Mortal Kombat." No, I never said that. This was the first game that I played as a child. The original Street Fighter 2. It was so much fun. My butt farted blood. I'm not even recommending that would happen to you if you played this game. But, so Street Fighter 1 has all the capabilities, all the fighting techniques, everything, all the inputs. Chun-Li, her kicks and stuff. Yeah. So it had every character that you imagine. The original characters. Ryu, Ken, Delsum, Zangief, Blanca, E Honda. Did I say Delsum? Yeah, Delsum. And I believe it's Chun-Li. Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? I didn't miss Blanca. Everyone else is in there. Okay? And then in Street Fighter Championship Edition, you get the 4 boss characters: Sagat, Vega, Balrog, and Bison, that cheap motherfucker. I hate Bison. He's one of those bosses, yes, in the long line of bosses that will piss you the fuck off. He's so goddamn cheap, he makes you lose your hair right there. Your hair's already gone. Oh, this review's going on forever. But I don't care. We got to talk about Street Fighter the way it should be talked about. Street Fighter Hyper Fighting X helps with the speed a little bit. It's not as slow as the original two games. It helps push up the fighting, and it also keeps the boss characters from Championship Edition. So, in all three of these games are pretty much the same thing, except minus the fighting and minus the sped up, sped up gameplay. So, Street Fighter Championship Edition gets a B. Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2 regular edition gets, let's give it a C plus, and Street Fighter Hyper Fighting gets an A minus. Moving on now to Super Street Fighter 2. Super Street Fighter 2 was the first game to bring out super combos. As I said, this has a meter version. Like let's say like with Mortal Kombat, you have the amplifications. Before it was X-ray moves, you had a certain amount, you had 4 bars of power moves to amplify your attacks. That came from Street Fighter. Street Fighter had the first amplifying system. One of the moves to Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters had this. Every game had copied Street Fighter's super attacks. Now Street Fighter 2 Super had the ultimate attacks and at the end there was this huge explosion that made it look cool at the end. So Street Fighter Super probably gets a solid A from me because they added on to this game. They didn't stop with Street Fighter 2. They went to boss characters, and then they added a whole bunch of other characters. They added Cammy, they added DJ, they added T-Hawk. They added a whole bunch of a larger amount of characters to the already nice roster, and it just blew up. Street Fighter 2 is the beginning of one of the greatest fighting games of all time. I'm not going to rate Street Fighter 2 Turbo because I fucking sucked at it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Street Fighter 2 started selective endings. I've never seen something like this. In this game, you selected between 2 endings. I don't mean, it wasn't like a big deal. But just imagine the amazing thought of choosing your character's ending. People must have been pooing themselves when they played this shit. Street Fighter Super gets all the credit. Super Street Fighter 2 is really fun. So all I have to say to you is play Street Fighter 2. Just play it once. Sit down and maybe drink yourself a coffee. If you're a fighting game enthusiast, I'm not making you do anything, but just enjoy Street Fighter 2 as I have enjoyed it. This has been Tony Machark saying, have a nice day and game on.